Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the like, smash up the like, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds. What up, Vic FM? What it do? Who is this? Lakeisha Mitchell. Dwight Wilson. I will be coming to Miami for the tour. The tour will be stopping in Miami. Rennie. What's up, Barbara White? Barbara, was that Newport, Michigan? All right, Newport. All right, fam, this is going to be a short live, very short live. This is only going to be like 15 minutes max. But I had to jump in here and speak on this right quick. Let me just echo the sentiments of millions of people all around the world when I say my friend, my homeboy, my partner in rhyme, my hip-hop colleague, my comrade, Fat Joe Trippin. Now, here's the thing. I ain't gonna go real hard on this, fam, because I like Chris Brown. I like Chris Brown a lot. Hell of a talent and a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Good dude. But I got to call a strike and a ball a ball. Ain't nobody in this entertainment world who is a greater performer than Michael Jackson. I'm talking about performing, straight performing, overall. Now you start talking about just talent, raw talent, who's the best? In my humble opinion, nobody can touch Stevie Wonder. Nobody overall can touch Stevie Wonder. But you talk about performance, electrifying performances, what makes you get on the edge of your seat and be ready to take off like you're on a roller coaster or something. You know how you get buckled up on a roller coaster, how you have to brace yourself for a roller coaster? That's Michael Jackson when you get ready to watch a Michael Jackson performance. See, some of you young bucks don't know what that feels like. You know, if you think you seen somebody perform that make you get on the edge of your seat, you ain't seen nothing till you saw Michael Jackson in his prime. Man, we used to go home, rush home to make sure we was in pocket when Michael Jackson video came on. It was a premiere. Every time when he dropped a video, it was premiered. The video was a premiere, was a world premiere. People would just make sure that they're home at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whatever time it was supposed to come on. And you sitting there like, and you know he finna do something magical. Not the same moves everybody else is doing. Not the same moves that everybody can do. Their bodies won't even allow them to do the more moves that Michael Jackson did. The bodies wouldn't allow. The man defied gravity. Mike is doing it, man. Mike, even when he was a youngster, the songs he sung, the way the boy moved, he was like, man, this dude You ain't seen, yeah, you seen a lot of talented young people who can dance. Yes, you've seen a lot of talented young people who can sing, who have charisma, who has style. But you put it all together with Mike, and you just knew that you was watching something beyond incredible. I'm not exaggerating, fam. You had to see it. Now, here's the deal. This is why I'm qualified to say what I'm about to say. This is why I'm qualified to say what I'm saying. I have had the benefit of watching Michael Jackson in his prime and everybody else that y'all want to name in their prime. Everybody else, all the other greats in their prime. I've watched them all in their prime. See, I'm an avid music listener. I'm really a big fan of music. Hip hop first, but music overall. I'm a big fan of talent, performance. I'm big on performances. Not no getting up on stage with 100 people, walking side to side, checking your phone, not even singing the lyrics to the songs and, you know, checking your phone, walking off all on somebody else's phone, taking selfies when you're supposed to be performing. No, I'm talking about real performing. I came up in an era where if you didn't have a good performance, it didn't matter if your record was jamming. You didn't get booked. Imagine that. You can't. Because in this era, a lot of dudes can't perform. They don't know how to perform. They don't have to perform because the fans don't demand a performance. The fans don't care whether they perform or not. The fans just happy that they showed up, that they get to lay eyes on them. Man, I came up in an era, if your ass couldn't perform, you didn't get no money. Nobody, you didn't get booked. Yeah, you might get a show here, show there, but ain't nobody paying to see that. You could get booked year round if you had a dope show, though. You could have one dope song and a dope show, you going on the road, baby. You getting paid. Let me tell all of y'all something right now. Every single one of y'all who claim to know something about music, don't you ever in your life, ever fix your mouth to say somebody who is currently or previously an entertainer did it better than Michael Jackson. Don't you ever fix your mouth to say something like that. Yeah, some great entertainers out there. And the sad part is when somebody make a comment like Fat Joe made, it forces us to analyze everybody else and make the comparison. And the trip part about it is, I bet you $1 to a donut, Chris feels that Michael Jackson is better also. And everybody else, a lot of these other people that people have been comparing. And I know everybody's supposed to believe that they're the best and but we already know, fam, when it come down to it, if you really, really had to just pick, if you step outside yourself and you really had to think about who really did it the best, you got to say MJ. You got to say MJ. It ain't even close. And let's not talk about catalog. I ain't talking about just having songs that got played a lot on the radio, and that's why they were hit records. I'm talking about enduring songs that transcend generations, songs that you ain't never gonna forget. Not just because they got played on the radio a lot, because Michael Jackson's songs to this day are finding new audiences, and these songs aren't even being played on the radio. They're being played on people's playlists. They're being played in restaurants. They're being played in airports. They're being played in stadiums, arenas, youth athletic games. They're being played around the world. They're being played by your grandparents, your great grandparents, your mothers, your fathers, your uncles, your aunts, your sisters, your brothers who know a little bit something about good music. These are transcending songs, songs that have been the soundtrack of generations, the life of generations, people from different generations. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You can't be getting caught up in what's happening right now. Just because somebody is hot right now and they've been hot. And Chris has been hot for a long time. And this is no slight. This is absolutely no slight to Chris. I love Chris Brown. But I got to call a strike and a ball a ball. And like I said, I bet you Chris would say the same thing. In fact, Chris did say in the past that he got he mimicked Michael Jackson. He got a lot of what he do from Michael Jackson. And then he just took it and added on. But even with that add on, it ain't Michael Jackson, bro. And I'm not just talking about the performance. I'm talking about the overall song, the songs, the catalog, the strength of the catalog. I'm talking about how long are these songs going to last past the current playlist on the radio. How many of you can name more Michael Jackson songs than you can name anybody else? It don't matter what generation they was in. You can't compare nobody to Michael Jackson, man. Y'all better get out of y'all feelings. Stop being emotional. I know y'all saying, well, you being emotional. I'm not being emotional. I'm being factual. This is facts without me having to say facts. Usually I would say, well, you know, man, all of this stuff is subjective, right? All of it is subjective. It just depends on what you like and what I. No, it ain't subjective. It's Michael Jackson, period. Point blank, period. You got to be insane to think somebody out there did it better than Michael. I'm saying overall. I'm saying performance. Listen what I'm saying again, fam. Michael Jackson did moves that defied gravity. He did moves that still people who try to copy him, they can do the moves, but they ain't as smooth as Michael. He did it effortlessly, smooth. So Fat Joe say that Michael Jackson, that Chris Brown we would be calling Chris Brown Michael Jackson if not for the Rihanna assault. I vehemently disagree with that because, you know, Michael Jackson, although he was exonerated, never proved to have violated any kids, which I don't think he did. There are still a whole lot of people out there, wicked people in power, especially. There are people in power, people in the media, and there are other people out there who are Michael Jackson detractors. They hate Michael Jackson, and they want to believe Michael Jackson violated those children. Some of them got the power to manipulate the narrative. So just like you can claim that people are manipulating the narrative with Chris Brown because of his assault against Rihanna, you can make the same claim about Michael Jackson not being as big because of this alleged assaults. That's apples to apples right there. And really, you can say it really ain't a good comparison, because Michael Jackson's detractors are hot at him because they want to believe that he did this to children. And that's way worse in the eyes of the public, violating a child, than it is violating a grown woman. We're talking about sexual assault. It don't get no lower than that. Sexual assault, especially of minors, it don't get no lower. So if you really want to break it down and talk about how, you know, if somebody was not getting all their props because they had violated somebody, you know, then you can make the same claim with Mike. But that ain't stopped Mike from being at the very top. Those accusations ain't stopped people from almost universally saying Mike is still the king of pop. Mike is still that dude, despite actually going to trial, despite all of the legal stuff that he had to go through, despite the hit pieces and the narrative that they have tried to paint with documentaries against this man, despite one of his closest so-called friends turning coat on him, Oprah Winfrey. Despite all of that, most people still consider Mike the absolute best, the standard. To say anybody is on Michael Jackson's level when it comes to entertaining, when it comes to performance, getting on that stage, performing. And then to add those songs with it, to bundle those songs, the performance, the humanitarian work, it's a wash. Ain't nobody touching that. That legacy is secured until somebody is born and get on that stage and show me different. So far, that has not happened. And I don't think it'll happen in my lifetime. Going into the comments. Marcus B., what up? Julian Alexander. Connie Harge. What's up? S. Vaughn. Step Mommy, what up? Yeah. And let me reiterate, fam, like I say, Chris Brown is amazing. Chris Brown is dope. He that dude. However, I've been to Chris Brown. I've seen Chris. I've seen Mike. It's different levels, man. It's different. You know why I think also Chris Brown is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. He dope. He dope. But the reason why I think a lot of people also, now Fat Joe really too old to be saying stuff like that because he ought to know better. But the reason why I think a lot of people who do say that Chris Brown can, you know, go up against Michael Jackson. I think a lot of them be saying that stuff because this generation really don't perform. And Chris is a performer. He performs. He puts on a show. So a lot of them ain't even used to that. So anybody that put on a show gonna win. If you can actually put on a show, you actually put some effort into your performance, into your stage show, you're gonna win. I'm saying my boy had the wow factor. When I watch Chris do his show, whatever he do, I seen it before. I kind of already seen it. Every time Mike did a big show, something new happened. Anytime he put out a new video, something new happened. It was he displayed a new move. When he put out a new video, if he ain't came out in a while, and he put a new song out, new video, he did something special, with something magical, something new that we ain't seen before. We ain't seen nobody do. That's my point. Again, put the performance there, add the song catalog, and the humanitarian work. Ain't nobody touching that. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, fam, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.